Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2 presents Phoenix Rising. A look at today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix game. And now, to the NLWN2 studio for Phoenix Rising.
Hello, and welcome to Phoenix Rising. Rick Olson here in the NLWN2 studio, and we're very excited to bring you the Chippewa Valley Phoenix, who are 7-6 overall and 5-3 in the Northern Lights Football League, as they take on the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats, who are currently 5-3 in the Southern Plains Football League. The Phoenix are coming off a 40-6 loss to the River City Rough Riders last Saturday, while the Wildcats were defeated by the Mountain Lake Lakers 22-16. Now, coming up in this edition of Phoenix Rising, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Phoenix and the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. Then we'll get a coach's perspective on today's game in Coach's Corner. Then we will send it out to Carson Park in Eau Claire, where our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game. All that coming up right after this timeout, as you're tuned to Phoenix Rising on NLWN2.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Phoenix Rising. Today, the Chippewa Valley Phoenix will play host to the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats, who hail from Marshall, Minnesota, which is in the southwestern part of the state, and they play their home games at the campus of Southwestern Minnesota State University. Now, last week, the Phoenix were defeated 40-6 by the River City Rough Riders in a game where the Phoenix showed good effort. They simply were overpowered. Now, in that game, the Phoenix initially tried to go back to the rushing attack that served them so well in the previous week, but found tough sledding against the Rough Riders. The yards the Phoenix could accumulate through a limited passing attack, and the Phoenix defense kept the game close in the first half, highlighted by an interception by Demetrius Bennett to halt a Rough Rider drive just prior to the 2-minute warning in the first half.
Three-step drop, looking over the middle. He's got a receiver. It's intercepted by the Phoenix. Taking it out is Demetrius Bennett. He's out across the 45, and he stepped out at the 44. And now we have penalty markers come flying.
Now, the Phoenix defense continued to play strong and attempted to keep the game within reach, such as this play by Russell Hayden on a 3rd and 3 early in the second half.
Here's a give straight up the middle and taken down. Met as soon as the ball got there. Josh Young on the carry, and he ends up losing 4 yards on the play.
The Phoenix lone score came with just over 10 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Bird drops back. He rolls. He's still scrambling. Steps up, still scrambling. Keeps it himself. He fires deep. He's got a receiver. He's got Cameo King into the end zone for a Phoenix touchdown.
Now that made the game a one-score game at 14-6, but from then on it was all Rough Riders. Now in that game, the Phoenix ran 46 plays on offense compared to 62 for the Rough Riders, and the rushing attack went the wrong direction with a minus 23 yards on 23 carries. The Phoenix were 8 for 23 in the air for 100 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Defensively, the Phoenix gave up 176 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, as well as 239 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. Today, the Phoenix will be facing the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats from Marshall, Minnesota, as the Phoenix used this game to honor military, EMS, and law enforcement personnel at Carson Park. The Wildcats are usually a 9-man football team that plays in the Southern Plains Football League. Now this week they've expanded their roster and will play the 11-man football that's played in the Northern Lights Football League. And we don't know a whole lot about the Wildcats other than they have a 5-3 record, which places them in third place in the SPFL's Western Conference. Now, last week they dropped a 22-16 decision to the undefeated Mountain Lake Lakers. I guess we'll have to find out more about the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats right along with you during today's game. Now, coming up next on Phoenix Rising, I caught up with the Phoenix coaching staff at Phoenix Coffee in downtown Eau Claire and had a chance to talk about today's game. That's coming up on Coach's Corner as you're tuned to Phoenix Rising on NLWN 2.
Let NLWN TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, July 7th, as we'll bring you the 2024 Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Prudhomme Field in Jim Falls. Same-day coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 7 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. That's the CRBL All-Star Game on NLWN TV on Sunday, July 7th.
Time now to get a coach's perspective on today's game as we discuss it over a cup of coffee on Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner with the Phoenix coaches is recorded at Phoenix Coffee on North Barstow Street in Eau Claire. And now Coach's Corner.
Before we get started on today's Coach's Corner, once again I'd like to thank the very nice people here at Phoenix Coffee for hosting us on Coach's Corner. Again, it's just the right thing to do if you're going to talk to the Phoenix coaches, to do it at Phoenix Coffee. And they're located on North Barstow Street in downtown Eau Claire. And today on Coach's Corner, again, we're being joined by Phoenix Special Teams Coordinator Jim North. And Coach, before we get too much into today's game, yeah, we have to. We have to take a look back at last week when the Phoenix took on the River City Rough Riders and came up a little bit short, 40-6. Your comments about that game?
Well, I know the Rough Riders are a tough team, but we just weren't playing our A game that day. We did a lot of mistakes, and that kind of shot us in the foot.
Now, the Phoenix offense just couldn't get going. They only got 77 total yards for the day. Most of those were passing yards. In fact, the rushing attack for the day was a minus 23 yards. Most of that minus part of it was as a result of quarterback sacks. Your comments about the play of the offense?
I don't think the offensive play is bad per se. It's just the timing's a little bit off. If they could get some better timing on blocking or pass blocking or running, I think we'll do a lot better.
And I think this was just my view of things from a neutral viewer here, is that your quarterbacks took too many sacks.
Definitely.
You've got to get rid of the ball. And if that means running shorter patterns and quick hitters, so be it. But you took way too many sacks, which not only makes negative rushing yards, but puts you in the hole and makes it desperate for you to throw the ball, which means the defense can pin their ears back and come hard and really put you in a predicament. Now, the Phoenix defense, on the other hand, kept things close through the first about 2.5 quarters, keeping it a one-score game at 14-6, but then seemed to wear out, mainly because they were on the field so much, and they allowed 26 unanswered points. Your thoughts about the play of the defense?
Well, if the defense is out there all day, they're going to get wounded, they're going to get tired. We got to try to not keep them on the field as much. Hopefully the offense can run the ball more and keep the defense at bay so they can get some rest that they need.
So the key is going to be sustained drives.
Yeah, it's definitely have to have sustained drives.
Now this week, the Phoenix take on the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. They play out of the Southern Plains Football League, the SPFL. What can you tell us about the Wildcats?
I think the Wildcats are a really good team, even though they're a 9-man football team, but they do have stuff in place. They're playing pretty good ball.
Now, the Wildcats, like you just mentioned, usually play 9-man football, but they've expanded their roster for this game to be able to play the 11-man football that the Phoenix play. What kind of changes is that going to cause the Phoenix to have to be prepared for? I'd
just be prepared for anything that comes at them.
And such as, I mean, they're going to have players in there that are one and done players. They haven't played with the Wildcats, so there's going to be some timing issues for them. What kind of things are they going to, you have to anticipate. What are they going to try that the Phoenix need to be ready for?
I think they'll be very ready for the bump and run on the corners, because they're going to try to bump, run, and take off. And that's where they usually get most of their deep plays are on those.
Okay.
And running, I think we'll be okay on the run game against them. I think we can stop that.
Okay. Now, with both Connor Hughesby and Joaquin Bird playing quarterback last week, who's getting the call under center today?
Hard toss-up. It depends on what Justin OC decides. I think he might go with Bird, but it's possible he could go with Connor.
That's where the Phoenix got the yards that they got, was with Bird, including the touchdown pass, which was a really nice throw. They just couldn't repeat it.
True there.
And Connor Hughesby, though, understood that you can't take sacks, tried to get rid of the ball on one, and ended up with an intentional grounding because they had chased him so far back, the ball didn't get to the line of scrimmage. And so, you think Justin may go with Joaquin just because he had some production this last week?
Yeah, I think he might go with Joaquin. But I wouldn't say Connor's out of the question either. Probably use them both this game.
Okay, and Connor actually has always looked good as a receiver, either as a tight end or wide out.
He's an all-around all-star player, in my opinion.
Well, hopefully today's game will be an opportunity for the Phoenix to right the ship or to rise up again and get ready for the upcoming playoffs that are coming up sooner than not. Coach North, thank you for joining us today on Coach's Corner. Stay tuned as more of Phoenix Rising is coming right up.
You've been enjoying a cup of coffee while talking a little football with one of the Phoenix coaches on Coach's Corner, recorded at Phoenix Coffee on North Barstow Street in Eau Claire. Stay tuned, more of Phoenix Rising is coming right up. When you take 35 years of authentic Japanese recipes and mix it with the right environment, you know you've arrived at Tokyo. Tokyo Japanese Restaurant at 2426 London Road in Eau Claire has been the Chippewa Valley's premier Japanese restaurant and is known for having an authentic teppanyaki experience. Looking for a unique place to host a corporate event or party? The team at Tokyo will create an unforgettable event. Call today to book an event or make a reservation by calling 715-834-0313. That's Tokyo Japanese Restaurant in Eau Claire.
Welcome back to Phoenix Rising, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's non-league contest between the 7-6 Chippewa Valley Phoenix and the 5-3 Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. Now, last week in NLFL action, you saw the Phoenix lose to the River City Rough Riders 40-6, while the Manitowoc Mariners defeated the Brown County Blackjacks 14-8, and the Wisconsin Ravens topped the Fox River Raiders 8-6. Meanwhile, the Midwest Warriors defeated the Rock River Rampage 54-0, and the Tri-City Bulldogs bested the Wisconsin Wolfpack 14-6, while the Madison Mad Dogs were victorious over the Midwestern Wildcats 59-0. The Illinois Cowboys picked up a forfeit win as the Southern Lakes Blue Devils, the Central Wisconsin Bandits, and the Northfield Vipers were each charged with a forfeit loss. That leaves this week's standings as follows. In the Northeast Division, in first place with a 7-1 record are the Wisconsin Ravens. Tied at 3 games back at 4-4 are the Fox River Raiders and the Manitowoc Mariners. The Brown County Blackjacks are in fourth place at 2-6. In the Northwest Division, in first place, we find the River City Rough Riders with a 7-1 record. 2 games back are the Chippewa Valley Phoenix, who are 5-3. Third place are the Central Wisconsin Bandits at 0-8, while fourth place sits the Northfield Vipers, who are technically 0-9. In the Southeast Division, we find the Midwest Warriors at 7-1 in first place and tied with the Illinois Cowboys. The Rock River Rampage sit in third at 3-5, while the Southern Lakes Blue Devils are in fourth at 0-8. In the Southwest Division, it's the Madison Mad Dogs in first place at 7-1, with the Tri-City Bulldogs 2.5 games back at 4-3, while in third place are the Midwestern Wildcats at 3-5. and fourth place belongs to the Wisconsin Wolfpack at 1-7. Today's game between the Phoenix and the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats is the only game involving an NLFL team. League action will wrap up next weekend prior to heading into the league playoffs. Now, coming up next, we'll wrap up Phoenix Rising and get you ready for today's shootout with the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. You're tuned to Phoenix Rising on NLWN 2.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Welcome back to Phoenix Rising. Today we have two teams, the Phoenix and the Wildcats, each looking to bounce back following losses last week. The Phoenix must get the offense moving and could do so if they get back to that running game that was so effective 2 weeks ago. Most of the negative yards last week, minus 57, came from quarterbacks taking sacks. Eliminate those and you're looking at positive yardage and not so many desperate must-pass plays, which only leads to more sacks. The defense, if given breaks by sustained offensive drives, will play tough and set the stage for a win. The Phoenix need to win to begin to build momentum heading into the playoffs. Now, the Wildcats are also headed to the playoffs next weekend and would like a win to fuel that effort. So it all adds up to some exciting football action right here on NLWN 2. Now, in just a few moments, we'll send it out to our broadcast crew at Carson Park, and we'll have all of today's play-by-play action for you coming up next. You've been tuned to Phoenix Rising on NLWN 2.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
You've been tuned to Phoenix Rising with a look at today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Chippewa Valley Phoenix football.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2 proudly present the Northern Lights Football League.
Chippewa Valley Phoenix football is on the air. Join us as the Phoenix strive to rise in the Northern Lights Football League. And now, out to the stadium for coverage of today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix football game.
Number 40. Where's he at?
Good afternoon and welcome to Carson Park in Eau Claire.
Totally lost.
Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow. And we're getting ready to bring you Chippewa Valley Phoenix football as they take on the
Demetrius Bennett.
Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. And before we get to the kickoff of today's game, we're going to take this time out on NLWN 2.
All right.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
And we're back just in time for the national anthem.
And now for our national anthem, the United States Air Force Tech Sergeant, Michael Scubin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Again, please remain standing. Please remain standing until the color guard has exited the field.
By a joint military color guard. And we have most of the branches of the military represented down there. Army, Air Force, Marines. Don't see any Navy or Space Force, but color guard leaves the field, and we are getting close to football time. Something you should be aware of in this game between the Phoenix and the Wildcats. First of all, it is Military, EMS, and Law Enforcement Appreciation Day here at Carson Park. And when I look across the field at the Phoenix, or at the Wildcats, I see actually slightly different variations of their uniform, and that's because actually they are a 9-man team that has expanded their roster for this game so they can play 11-man football. And appropriately, they picked up players from another Wildcats team, from the Midwestern Wildcats. And so, although the uniforms are similar, they are not the same. So you're going to see a variety of colors out there for the Wildcats. And the officials are gathering down at about the 38-yard line. And we have not had the coin toss yet, I don't think. I'm looking to see, I see captains lined up for the Phoenix. Tanner Walker and Sammy McBride. And Jay Riley are all lined up. Demetrius Bennett, well, he's not lined up with the captains yet. Tevis Wilson is down there as well. As well as a number of kids that get to go out for the coin toss. Joaquin Bird is also down there for the Phoenix. As I take a look across the field, we have Harry Shannon, Landon Bakke, Daniel Armstrong, and in addition, Jose Puente. I think Loyal Brown, and I'm trying to see what the last number is over there on the end. There we go. If I can find him on the right. Blake Meyer. Those are the captains for the Wildcats. And Dan, we're actually getting pretty good at catching the coin toss now.
Yeah. It only took us a couple years, but we got to figure it out now. You know, even during our high school football games, you know, sometimes they're hard to see. But we get it.
Pat Hammond getting all the players introduced and all the kids introduced, and there's the toss. And he's looking at the Phoenix, so it looks like the Phoenix won the toss. So the Phoenix won the toss, and they have deferred. So the Wildcats will be receiving most likely. Looks like the Phoenix won a kick from left to right. And that's what they're showing. Pat Hammond showing that the Wildcats will receive, defending the goal to our right. So we're just about ready for some football action today. Means we're going to see the Wildcat offense right away. And their starting offense, the wide receivers are Harry Shannon, Daniel Armstrong, and Blake Meyer. The backs are Doyle Brown and Caton Hughes. Tight end Scott Adams. And the line is Landon Bakke, Mike Capellas, Mike Heath, Derek Bailey Meyer, and Jose Puente. As the Phoenix are matriculating their way out onto the field. Well, Dan, did you have a good 4th of July? Lots of fireworks?
Yeah. You know, I live in a little town south of Eau Claire. Been there 6 years. Never been there to the fireworks in town. And, yeah, they're great fireworks last night. It was nice out.
Well, we're about to have some fireworks here at Carson Park with the Phoenix taking on the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. They're located in Marshall, Minnesota. They play their home games at Southern Minnesota State University. Teeing the ball up for the Phoenix is Jacob Brown. And back deep to receive for Wildcats. We have 14 and 4. So it's Harry Shannon and Landon Bakke. There's the whistle. Brown moves forward, swings the leg, kicks the ball. It's going to come down short right around the 30. He's picked up and runs right out of bounds with it. Is Daniel Armstrong. He's going to be out of bounds at the 26-yard line. First down. I know it sounds like we're in a cave, and Dan and I are trying to figure out what's causing that. Darned if we know.
Yeah, it's interesting. The audio on the computer says it's working, but it just sounds just a little funny on our headset.
Okay.
Maybe it's the ghost of Carson Park.
That could be. So it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 26-yard line. They come out of the huddle. Coming to the near side is Harry Shannon, and splitting out wide to the far side is Landon Bakke. Snapped, give up the middle, and he's across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. Gain of 5. And that ball was carried by Armstrong.
4.5-yard gain. Second down and
2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. So they come up to the line. Again, it's Shannon to the near side. Snap dropping back, looking out to the right flat. The pass is complete. We have a penalty marker.
Penalty flag on the field. Pass was complete.
Pass was complete to Landon Bakke. We'll have to see what the penalty's all about. He did have enough, or pretty close to enough, for a first down. Looks like it's against the Phoenix. That penalty is declined. It was Phoenix were lined up in the neutral zone, and they got enough yards on the play for the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 36-yard line. They come up to the line. Bakke is on the near side in the slot. Doyle Brown at quarterback. Brown takes a snap, 3-step drop, rolls to his right, looking downfield, and it's almost intercepted.
Wildcat pass intended for number 44. Tipped and knocked out of bounds.
Pass was intended for a number that we don't have. Dan has been busy trying to get numbers, and he's made a couple trips down there, and we still don't have all of them.
Yeah, there's a few guys that were making the long trip, and kind of came out last minute.
So 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Give up the middle. He finds a hole, gets dragged down from behind, out at the 39-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 6.
Half tackle on that,
maybe even 8.
Third down and 1.
Actually, they mark it was a gain of 9, 3rd and 1.
Well, apparently lost steering. I don't know. We got a thumbs up from this guy over here, though, so that's good.
They're at the line of scrimmage. Give up the middle again. He finds a hole, cuts back to his left, and gets out to midfield.
The Wildcats are going to have enough yards for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, right at the 50.
That was Caton Hughes carrying the ball. And it's a first down for the Wildcats at midfield. Shannon splitting to the near side. Brown takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield, rolls to his right, tucks it, decides to keep it, and takes it out of bounds down about the 46-yard line of the Phoenix. They're going to say stepped out of bounds at the 49.
Just a yard.
As he was making that corner. So it's a gain of only a yard. Second down, 9.
One-yard gain. Second out of 9.
Well, Pat Hammond keeps signaling for them to run the clock. It took a little while for them to get going with it. All right, Wildcats up to the line. Cody Swenis is split to the near side. And we have a flag. And delay of game is the call against the Wildcats. That's going to take it back and be second down 14.
Yeah, we do have play clocks here at Carson Park. One in each end zone.
So they line up again. Again, Cody Swenis wide on the left side. Brown looking that way. Now he scrambles to his right, still in trouble. Gets rid of it and throws it out of bounds.
Incomplete pass.
It's going to be third down.
Quarterback is out of the pocket. Ball will be back to the
third and 14.
So it'll be third down and 14.
Wildcats taking their time in the huddle. Third and 14. Swenis split to the near side. Brown waiting for the snap. Drops straight back. Looking downfield. Throws it. It's complete but stripped away. Yes, he caught it. He hung on. Not enough for a first down. It's going to bring a fourth down and about 7.
Down and 8. 7.
Big play here for the Phoenix. They want to get a stop on this opening drive. Wildcats at the line. Brown drops back. He's under pressure, and he just flips it out, and that's an incomplete pass. And they're saying it's an incomplete forward pass. I'm surprised he didn't get called for intentional grounding. There wasn't anybody in the same zip code that time. But the ball goes over on downs to the Phoenix. They'll have it first down at their own 47 on NLWN 2.
From homemade sauce to dough that's made fresh, and the specialty meats and real mozzarella cheese, Sammy's at 2812 London Road has the recipe for the best pizza in town and has been Eau Claire's go-to pizza place since 1957. Sammy's not only offers award-winning pizza, but their menu includes burgers, sandwiches, chicken, and much more. The next time you're in the mood to head out for dinner, drop into Eau Claire's only Hall of Fame pizza parlor, Sammy's Pizza, 2812 London Road in Eau Claire, or call it 715-831-1300.
Phoenix at the line of scrimmage, first and 10. Gives straight up the middle to Tanner Walker, and he drives forward, just moves bodies out of his way, still driving down to the 35-yard line. 18-yard gain by Tanner Walker.
from the Wildcats.
It takes about 4 hats on him to even slow him down, much less bring him down.
All right, why do we always have to practice this at games, everybody?
Yeah, ever since Tanner Walker.
They're going to mark it at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, ever since we saw Tanner Walker come in a couple weeks ago, he's made some really big yardage.
Connor Hughesby split to the near side. Throw out to the flat. Cameo King, he's across the 30 and taken down at about the 24-yard line. And it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 from the
Check it, that's James Morris with the white helmet today. Joaquin Bird at quarterback, looking downfield, throws over the middle, almost intercepted.
That was close. Quick pass, knocked down.
That pass was knocked away by number 15, and we don't have that number either. So make a note of that, Dan. We need to know 15. Oh, we do too know it. That's Clint Hughesby. That's Connor Hughesby's brother.
That's right. We've seen Clint a couple times on
Well, he used to be with the Thunderhawks back in the day. Bird drops back, looking downfield, fires it towards the corner, and it's intercepted. And coming out is J.P. Hofling, and he gets pushed out of bounds.
And returned by the Wildcats.
Yeah, the ball just hung up there, and defense got over.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
Hofling got pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. When the Eau Claire Cowboys kind of fell apart last year, some of the former Cowboy players went down to the Midwestern Wildcats, and J.P. Hofling was one of them. So he's a former Cowboy player. So the Wildcats have it first and 10 at their own 39-yard line. And the snap. And Brown just gets rid of it, and that one's intercepted by the Phoenix, and heading down the sideline gets knocked out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, pressure by Tanner Walker.
Pass was intercepted by Chris Lipscomb. And so a pair of turnovers, one going each way, puts the Phoenix just outside the red zone at the 26-yard line. Brown let go of a floater that time, and it just kind of waited for Lipscomb to pull it out of the air. Phoenix up to the line. Connor Hughesby split out wide to the right. Morris in the slot. They have a slot on the other side as well. Bird rolling to his right. He tucks it to keep it himself. He gets it down to the 21-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 5. Second down 5.
Okay, man, you're carrying a very large fleece blanket, and it's like 80 degrees out here with 90+% humidity.
Phoenix come up to the line.
Oh, you're using it for a tushy cushion. All right.
Bird has Walker right next to him. A little play action. Nice block that time by Walker to pick up the rushers. Bird keeps it himself. He's across the 20. Now he gives up a little bit of yards and gets it back across the 20 down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down, and the Phoenix are in the red zone. Check that. That's the 14-yard line.
So 1st and 10. Actually, they put the nose of the ball on the 15. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 15.
Phoenix at the line. Bird had a player coming, and they're going to get unabated to the quarterback. Otherwise, they wouldn't have stopped that play.
So still 1st down.
And number 13
for the Wildcats, number 13, and that's Caton Hughes. A little eager that time. First and 5. Give to Walker. He's going to take it around the left side, and he gets it down near the 5. They're going to mark it about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd and a long 1. Phoenix didn't go to a huddle this time. Bird takes a snap, gives it, keeps it himself, and takes it into the end zone for a Phoenix touchdown. Bird made the fake handoff to Walker going to the right. Bird kept it himself going around the left and went untouched into the end zone to give the Phoenix a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, good fake there to Tanner Walker.
He had me fooled. Of course, that doesn't take much. So the Phoenix are going to go for a 2-point conversion. Penalty flag comes flying. Bird scrambling. Sees a man. Sees Morris open. It's complete. Now we have to see what the flag is about. And it looks like it's going to be against the Phoenix. A false start is against the Phoenix.
Two-point conversion is negated due to the penalty.
So the penalty puts the ball back on the 7-yard line for this 2-point conversion. Bird looking things over, takes the snap, rolling, throws towards the end zone, complete in the end zone, and he did not hang on to it, down to the ground.
Bird's pass to Sage Weiss.
Sage Weiss was the intended receiver, but it's going to be incomplete. So, with 5:17 to go in the first quarter, it's the Phoenix 6 and the Wildcats nothing on NLWN 2.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Back deep to receive for the Wildcats is Caton Hughes, and I can't tell who that is on the far side. Oh, that's Harry Shannon. Jacob Brown to kick. He drives this one deeper. It's taken by the up man at about the 17 around the right side. He's got a path. He's on the loose and nobody's going to touch him all the way to the house for a touchdown for the Wildcats.
But he's out of bounds.
And they are going to mark him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Good eagle eyes there, Dan. He caught it right around the, somewhere right around the 16, 17-yard line. Took off around that right side. And the Phoenix had not done a very good job that time of holding their lanes and had collapsed, and he found a way around the outside.
Yeah, when he made the turn, he was gone.
So, the fact that he stepped out of bounds was the best defensive player the Phoenix had on that. First and 10 at the 41 of the Phoenix. J.P. Hofling splitting wide to the left side, and the Wildcats want to talk it over. So we have a timeout on the field, and you're tuned to Phoenix football on NLWN 2.
From concept to creation, the Visual Identity Vault is your complete design headquarters for all of your business and brand identity needs. We offer precision production, meticulous screen printing for vibrant, durable prints. Our plans are tailored to you, apparel and merchandise for businesses, teams, and individuals. We have streamlined solutions, hassle-free web store setup. We handle orders and payments. Ready to elevate your brand? Contact us to get your custom creation started today at the Visual Identity Vault at tvivmn.com, 507-238-9793. Let's make your mark together.
When your energy costs going up get you down, it's time to contact Olson Solar Energy with offices in Altoona, Onalaska, and Wausau. Olson Solar Energy will be happy to provide a free solar evaluation of your home. Then, Olson Solar Energy will design a system that is designed to cover 100% to 120% of your current annual electric usage. Give Olson Solar Energy a call in Altoona at 715-318-5552 and see how Olson Solar Energy can make solar energy work for you.
Wildcats come up to the line of scrimmage, first and 10. And the snap to Brown, he drops it, ball still loose on the field. Looks like the Wildcats fell on it.
Not one but two fumbles in that play. Recovered by Wildcats.
It was recovered by Derek Bailey-Meyer.
Second down and 16.
Now, Derek Bailey-Meyer, if we have our story straight, drove to play in this game all the way from Spearfish, South Dakota, leaving around 11 o'clock last night. Drove straight through to Eau Claire. Did stop and pick up one other player somewhere in the Sioux Falls area. But he made that long trip just to play in this game.
Next week.
Wildcats at the line, Hofling split to the near side. Brown rolling to his left, looking downfield, and the ball gets tipped away. It was intended for number 44, I believe that is. And check that, that's an 84. Blake Meyer was the intended receiver. And he was pretty mad at himself for not coming away with it. So Hofling coming out again wide to the near side. Meyer lined up in the slot. High snap. They give it to Harry Shannon, and he gets dragged down at the 49-yard line. That's going to be a loss of some more yards, and it takes it back to, well, they're going to put it right on midfield. So it's 4th and 19.
One of our sponsors, the Rally House Sports Bar in Chippewa Falls. Visit Eau Claire. Visit EauClaire.com. Sleep in Heavenly Peace, one of our nonprofit partners. They have a great mission, providing beds for youth that do not have a bed to sleep in. Reach out to Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Wildcats lined up in punt formation, and they're going to call timeout, or they'd have run out of time. Play clock was just about at 0, so Wildcats took a timeout. And we'll do this, Timeout on the field. You're tuned to Phoenix football on NLWN2.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
And we're back here as Waterboy heads off the field for the Wildcats and back deep in punt formation. I believe that that's Caton Hughes. Chris Lipscomb is back deep for the Phoenix. It's a short kick. It's going to come down at the 23. It bounces off a leg, picked up by, I think that's Bird coming back this way. He's in a little bit of trouble. Tries a stiff arm and gets dragged down at about the 18-yard line.
Bird on return. Ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, they got it. The Phoenix got a little something going with Tanner Walker. And it's a good time to stick with that for a while.
I would agree.
Kind of opens up the pass.
You know, back in the day, they used to say, do it till they can stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big body to take down. The front four can make a little gap for him.
Phoenix up to the line. Morris split wide to the near side. Bird takes a snap, looks to the right, now scrambles, flips the ball over, and incomplete. Pass was intended for Moose Butler, who's not a legal receiver, but I think the Phoenix just got away with one.
Nope, tackle for loss, I guess. Not sure.
Well, they're saying he was...
Second down and 10.
Nope, incomplete pass, so 2nd and 10.
Midwest Freedom Tobacco Group and the Eau Claire Area Chamber of Commerce. Eau Claire Chamber.
All right, Phoenix up to the line. Hughesby split wide to the left. Lipscomb wide to the right. And we have early movement by the Phoenix. It's going to make it 2nd and 15.
5-yard penalty. Still second down. 2nd and 15.
And it's going to put it back on the 13-yard line. Now they're marking it on the 12. So somehow they turn that into a 6-yard penalty. Bird shifting Walker over to his left side. Takes the snap, gives it to Walker. Walker straight up the middle. He found a little bit of running room. Pounds through some more bodies and gets it out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Looks like they're going to put it on the 26, but that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Maybe 1. Long 1 yard to go. It's a good example of what you were just talking about.
Yeah, you make it a short field or short first down here, and your playbook can kind of open up.
Waylon Niesis coming off the field a little bit gingerly for the Phoenix. And Bird keeps it himself, goes around the left side. He's got some running room. He's still loose. He's still heading down the sideline. And tried to do the dance along the sideline, stepped out of bounds at the 40. But that's a first down for the Phoenix.
First down. First and 10 from the Wildcats 40.
Into the lineup for the Phoenix is Charles Harris.
Yeah, the Wildcats had to protect the inside, and that left the outside open.
Walker and Hughesby come out. Or not Walker, Weiss and Hughesby. Walker is the lone setback. Man in motion. They flip it to him on the end around. He stops the throw. Looks downfield. Passes caught. Taken down at about the 8-yard line. Pass was complete to Jaeger Quaddy. And he was taken down at, let's see, I think they're going to put it at the 8, 9. That was Hughes that fired the ball. Number 19 for those of you scoring. Through the pass. That was a 31-yard pass completion. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with a score. The Phoenix 6, Wildcats nothing. Phoenix are threatening as you're tuned to Phoenix football on NLWN 2.
Firearms, ammo, training, and safety. That's what it's all about at Mark on Shooting. Our certified gunsmith offers a full range of services from weapons cleaning to threading barrels. Our professional pro shop staff are ready to answer all your gun and accessory-related questions and help you pick the perfect weapon for you. You want to change the look of your firearm? We also offer Cerakoting. Stop in for details. Start browsing or book your classes at mark-onshooting.com. That's MARC-ON shooting.com. Mark on Shooting. Best kept secret in the Chippewa Valley.
Getting ready to start the second quarter of action. And we have a bunch of fans waving at us down there. And they're actually trying to get Red Robin tickets being offered through the public address announcer. I think Dan's going to go try and get those tickets. I think he wants himself a good burger. And Phoenix at the line. They've put it on the 9-yard line. First and goal.
First and goal from the 9. Did we charge the referees for water?
All right, Pat Hammond whistles the ball in play. Walker the setback. Bird drops back, throws it out to the flat, and into the end zone goes Sage Weiss for the 9-yard touchdown pass. So with 14:54 to go in the second quarter, the Phoenix extend their lead. Took them 6 seconds into the second quarter. And now they're going to attempt that 2-point conversion. two backs out there now for the Phoenix. Herschel Brazil is out there as well, taking it into the end zone, and it's complete because he got it in. So the score becomes Phoenix 14 and the Wildcats nothing on NLWN 2.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
Back here at Carson Park, Jacob Brown ready to kick off for the Phoenix. And again back deep for the Wildcats is Landon Bakke and Harry Shannon. Bakke over on the left, Shannon on the right. They're both lined up at about the 10-yard line. Brown coming forward, kicks that one deep. Caught by Bakke. He gets up at about the 14-yard line. Comes around to the end. We got whistles blowing.
I think it was down.
And I think they're going to blow it dead where he caught the ball, and the referee is kind of saying that's my bad because we don't play high school rules here. This is NFL rules, and
yeah, let's see if they re-kick.
I think in fairness, they should give the Wildcats that option. I don't know if that's in the rules, but to me that seems like it would be the fair way, because that would be an inadvertent whistle, which usually just signifies dead ball at that point. And Jay Deuscher on the PA system is kind of humming the Jeopardy tune as they're taking a little while discussing this one.
That's what I would think that.
And they're going to re-kick, which, in all honesty, I think is the fairest thing to do.
Yeah, and the whistle really was really quiet. I thought it was somebody in the stands just whistling, and I don't think the team heard it.
And to be honest with you, the official on this side, as soon as he did it, he knew he blew it. He was shaking his head. He's pointing at himself. That was my bad. So here we go again. Jacob Brown tees it up. And again, we have Shannon and Bakke back deep. Again, lined up right at the 10-yard line. Brown kicks it deep. And it's going to be taken by Shannon as he takes it around the left side. He's out across the 40 and pushed out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
Brown's kick returned by number 4.
And, well, now they're going to mark it on the 44-yard line. So, first down for the Wildcats at their own 44.
Yeah, so it probably worked out in their favor a little bit.
Well, in the Wildcats' favor.
Right.
Yes. So, Wildcats come out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Landon Bakke splitting out to the near side. Brown still at quarterback. Gives the ball straight up the middle and taken down at the 46-yard line. On the carry is Harry Shannon.
2-yard gain, second down and 8.
He picked up a couple, so it's 2nd and 8.
Finishing that last sponsor, the visual identity vault, where nothing is impossible with a great identity.
And up to the line come the Wildcats. Landon Bakke again to the near side. Gives straight up the middle again, and this time nowhere to go. Harry Shannon ran into a brick wall right in the middle that time.
1 yard loss on the carry.
And he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, lost a yard. 3rd and 9. Waylon Nisus plugging up the front there. Brown waiting for the snap. Gives it straight up the middle again. And again, Shannon doesn't get very far. Maybe got a yard. Maybe 2. That's going to bring up 4th and 7.
For the Wildcats.
Fourth down and 7 at the 47 of the Wildcats. They have to get to the Phoenix 46. Brown drops back, throws it out to the left side. Threw over at the sideline his intended receiver.
There will be a turnover on downs. Phoenix will take over 1st and 10.
Good secondary defense for the Phoenix.
Daniel Armstrong was the intended receiver, and the ball goes over on downs to the Phoenix. So they'll have it 1st and 10 in Wildcat territory.
And it's currently time for
Yeah,
the
Phoenix defense has been strong all season.
Let's go. We're going to split.
So the Phoenix with pretty good field position with 12:33 remaining.
I'm really going to make you walk, Amanda. And then we're going to give the other one.
Phoenix coming up to the line. Sage Weiss split to the near side. Huseby in the slot. Pitching it out to Brazil. He gets it out across the 40. And he tiptoed the sideline and was able to stay in bounds down to the 34-yard line. That's about a 13-yard gain for a first down.
Chippewa Valley Phoenix. First down. 1st and 10 from the 34.
Herschel Brazil now in as the running back. Bird brings him up to the line. Bird takes the snap, play action fake, looking downfield, throws it. He's got Huseby over on the right side. He's across the 15 to the 10, down to the 5, and into the end zone for a Phoenix touchdown.
Phoenix. Bird to Husby, who breaks tackles all over the end zone. Put 6 on the board, makes it 20-0 with 11:54.
34-yard touchdown pass.
Extra point attempt coming up.
With 11:54 to go, 3 minutes since the last time they scored.
If you want a free can koozie, get Amanda's attention. She's walking through the crowd here with can koozies.
And now a timeout. I think they're respotting the ball. I think the Phoenix are going to attempt to kick the extra point. So they put the ball back on the 15-yard line.
We have
Jacob Brown to attempt the extra point.
Your beer. If you're 21 and older, you should have a beer in your hand.
Here's a snap, low snap. Kick is on its way. And it's just a little bit wide to the left. He had plenty of leg on it.
Gary Anderson style.
Just slid a little to the left of the upright. So the score remains Phoenix 20 and the Wildcats nothing with 11:54 to go and a timeout on the field on NLWN 2.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Jacob Brown teeing the ball up, getting ready to kick off for the Phoenix. Again, Harry Shannon and Landon Bakke back deep to receive for the Wildcats. Eau Claire Express are going to be playing at home tonight, and they've got the grills already going over there. Lots of smoke coming up out of the baseball field. Ball's loose, it rolls down to about the 10-yard line. Picked up there and taken down at the 12-yard line by Harry Shannon.
Number 1 for the Wildcats. Able to get on it. First he's hit for the Wildcats from their 12.
So first down at the 12-yard line. Harry Shannon had the ball skid through his hands, and then he went back to pick it up, and by the time he picked it up, the Phoenix were all over him. So the Wildcats back deep in their own territory. Well, that's awfully thick smoke over on those grills over there.
Yeah, that's the fan deck over there, isn't it?
Yeah, those are the grills by the fan deck, yeah. And the timeout being called by the Wildcats.
Has anybody seen the Osprey?
And they're going to talk it over. I think they had one too many out there, which actually should have been a penalty in the first place because they would have broken the huddle with 12. And that's a no-no.
Couldn't even sneak it in.
So now the Wildcats are coming up to the line. They've got the right number out there now. Shannon on the wing on the right side. He goes in motion to the left. Give up the middle and...
Try a little trickery there.
Yeah, that was a little razzle-dazzle there. They handed it to the fullback. I think it was Cody Swenis. And then he wrapped it around his back trying to give it back to the quarterback, Brown. And the Phoenix weren't having any of it. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we will have a Phoenix profile interview and other halftime entertainment. I believe we're talking with Moose Butler today. Wildcats at the line of scrimmage. They're back at the 7-yard line. Brown looking out in the flat. He's got his man, but by the time he could get turned around, he was pancaked. And they're saying it's an incomplete pass. He lost control of the ball as he hit the ground. You must complete the catch through the, or you must hang on to it through the process of the catch. and he didn't. So it's 3rd down and 16. At the 6.
Yeah, there's more of that Phoenix defense.
You know, when the defense gets a chance to get a little bit of a rest, the offense can sustain some yards. They can play tough all game. There's a snap. Brown looks over the middle. Pass is intercepted. And going toward the end zone, it's a pick 6. Tevis Wilson with the interception.
10:52 to go in the second quarter. Phoenix 26, Wildcats 0. Extra point attempt.
Wilson caught that right around the 10-yard line. So Wilson with a 10-yard pick 6 puts the Phoenix up 26-0 over the Wildcats. Phoenix at the line. They give it to Tanner Walker. He just plows straight ahead and into the end zone.
And Tanner Walker bulldozes his way to the end zone for 2 points. Phoenix 28, Wildcats 0. And let me find something to give away.
So 28-0 is the score with a timeout on the field on NLWN 2.
I'm Belinda, and this is Willard, and we were adopted in 2021. When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile, and he has a big heart to match.
The energy you give Todd, you get it back from Todd.
Yeah.
Todd's a joy.
Yes,
Todd
he is.
really is a great joy.
I love him. You and you.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
All right, Jacob Brown teeing the ball up again. Offense was having so much fun, defense had to put some points on the board.
I'm talking to you. You stop waving. Look at your shirt. It's mint green. There you go.
And Brown is ready.
Brown to kick off here for the Phoenix.
Shannon is on the 5. High kick. It's coming down and the ball bounces away, picked up there. And getting it out.
Brown's kick returned by number 4 for the Wildcats.
And that's a different number 4. Dan, put that one in your notes too. We got to find out who the black 4 is. The gold 4 is Harry Shannon. But the guy with the big 4 on his back got it out to the 39-yard line where the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. In fact, Shannon was headed for the sidelines. Now he comes back in. And we have a penalty marker flying as the play clock is down to 0. So delay of game is being called against the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looked like a little confusion there by the Wildcats.
Sir, right here with the announcements. Look up.
Now the Wildcats come out of the huddle.
Want some free tickets to Red Robin?
Brown puts a man in motion. And they give up the middle to that mystery 4 again, and he gets it across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. So we got a few of the yards back on the penalty. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12. Tanner Walker in there on defense right now. He's playing defensive tackle right in the middle. There's a snap. Throw out into the flat, and it's incomplete. He overthrew his receiver, Daniel Armstrong.
Yeah, a little pressure by number 5 for the Phoenix.
That's Sammy McBride. 3rd down and 12. Coming out to the near side for the Wildcats is Blake Meyer. And he took off too early. So that's going to back things up. It'll be 3rd and 17 if my math serves me correctly. Coach North down along the sidelines trying to get the fans wound up.
Yeah, this would be a big stop right here. Was a 28-0 lead.
Meyer again split to the near side. Snap to Brown. He got plastered when he released in the pass gets intercepted and taken down.
Interception by
Yeah, big hit by number 30 for the Phoenix.
And picking it off is Charles Harris. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Phoenix at the 46-yard line of the Wildcats. Brown of the Wildcats just got pancaked as soon as he released the ball.
Valley Sports Academy. Valley Sports Academy in Lake Cali, our indoor practice facility. Hampton Inn by Hilton in Eau Claire. Fast signs, more than fast, more than signs. And American Family.
All right, Phoenix come up to the line.
Dream fearlessly.
Hughesby and Weiss are to the near side. Snap to Bird, throws it to Weiss out in the left flat. He's out across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 7. Bring up a 2nd and 3.
For a 7-yard gain, it'll be 2nd down and 3. Also like to recognize a couple more sponsors. County Line Construction, owner Ronnie Pickler. Rolling Machinery Company. RollingMachinery.com. The Hub, Homeless Services. Transitional shelter for those in need within the Chippewa Valley. Aces, towing and transport.
Phoenix up to the line. Splitting out wide to the right is Chandler Starren. In the slot on the right side is Lamar Graves. Hughesby split wide to the near side. And the snap goes up in the air, and Bird finds it. He's still on his feet. He's still loose. And he's back at his own 40-yard line, and he fires it downfield and out of bounds. That's a good example of getting rid of it to live another day. And that's not a penalty marker on the field. That's a orange piece of cloth that came out of Bird's belt area.
Yeah, it could have been about a 20-yard loss and saved it.
He just heaved it out there so that it would go at least beyond the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3. Phoenix up to the line.
This was not a penalty in the play.
Sage Weiss split wide to the near side. Chandler Starr into the far side. Give to Tanner Walker straight up the middle. He's across the 35, still driving his legs, and gets down to the 31-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Phoenix at the 31-yard line. Again, Sage Weiss to the left. Chandler Starr out to the right. Couple wingbacks now. Walker the setback. Play action fake. Throwing it out on the right side. And that one's intercepted. Coming back the other way for the Wildcats. And taken down at the 24-yard line. We have a penalty marker goes flying in.
Wildcats return the ball to the 22-yard line.
Pass was intercepted by Daniel Armstrong. We'll have to see what this flag is all about.
Sideline warning. All right, got to get back. No penalty. However,
it's no penalty. It was a sideline warning. But the official comment there is that it's a warning. No yardage this time. Next time will be a different story. They've got to stay out of the white area. The players do.
Here in the first half, Marcon shooting in Chippewa Falls.
So they spot the ball on the 25-yard line. That's a second interception thrown by Bird today.
And Red Sun Disc Club. If you are a disc golfer, check out Red Sun Disc.
8:05 to go in the first half. Wildcats at the line. Cody Swenis lined up in the backfield. They give it up the middle, and he gets out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line.
Carry on the play by the Wildcats.
And I'm waiting to see the number. That was carried by Caton Hughes. Hey, don't forget, coming up tomorrow on NLWN TV, we have the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game coming your way. We'll have all the action of that one for you. Give up the middle again, and Hughes again with the ball, and he doesn't get very far. Across the 30, out to about the 31-yard line.
6-yard gain, 3rd down 3.
Looks like 3rd and 4.
We'd also like to wish Coach James North a happy birthday today.
Wildcats at the line. They have a slot to the left side. Brown rolling. And now he taken down, and they've changed quarterbacks on us. That's Landon Bakke that time. And he gets taken down back at the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 7.
Man. Number 31, Tanner Walker, just took out number, is it 88 for the Wildcats? Number 8? 98.
98. Yeah, there's
just
one of those out there.
Laid him out. He's up, but
that's Mike Capellas. And the trainer is heading over to the Wildcat sideline. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field to attend to injured players and so on. So we're going to take one here. Timeout on the field with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Phoenix 28, Wildcats nothing on NLWN TV.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
When your energy costs going up get you down, it's time to contact Olson Solar Energy with offices in Altoona, Onalaska, and Wausau. Olson Solar Energy will be happy to provide a free solar evaluation of your home. Then, Olson Solar Energy will design a system that is designed to cover 100% to 120% of your current annual electric usage. Give Olson Solar Energy a call in Altoona at 715-318-5552 and see how Olson Solar Energy can make solar energy work for you.
Back here at Carson Park, Phoenix on top of the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats by a score of 28-0. Wildcats have the ball, fourth down and 6. And we're taking a little bit of time to get things back rolling here. Wildcats at the line. In punt formation. Here's the snap. Now he's going to throw it. And it's almost intercepted. Pass was intended for Landon Bakke, and Bakke had to come back and break it up. Otherwise, the Phoenix were going to end up with the pass interception. But the ball goes over on, probably a better thing that they didn't intercept it anyway, because the ball goes over on downs at the 29-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, more pressure by number 31, Tanner Ocker.
We got merchandise down there too. Hot deal today.
So, first and 10 at the 29. Ball resting right in the center of the field. Right at the crown.
Special halftime with our military partners that are here today. So if you need to run to the concession stand, you might want to go now.
And the quick snap picked up by Herschel Brazel. Brazel still running. Turns it upfield, gets it across the 30 to the 20. He's down to the 10 to the 5 and taken down at the 4-yard line. That's making chicken soup out of rotten chicken.
Yeah, good stiff arm down there by Brazel too.
It looked like an early snap that neither Bird nor Brazel were expecting. Ball kind of bounced off of the two of them. Brazel picked it up and got what he could, and what he could get turned out to be pretty good. So first and goal for the Phoenix at the 5-yard line. Bird brings him up to the line. Jaeger Quaddy to the near side. Quick throw over that area and into the end zone. No, I think he went out of bounds just shy of the goal line. That pass was to Charles Harris. So the Phoenix back to the line of scrimmage. Bird takes a snap. Keeps it himself. Tries to get forward into the end zone, and he did. He reached over the goal line, and a touchdown for the Phoenix. With 4:33 to go in the first half.
Phoenix 34, Wildcats 0.
Joaquin Bird with the 1-yard run. Now the Phoenix at the line. Ball is set on the 2, so they're going for the 2-point conversion. Herschel Brazel in the backfield with Bird. Bird looking to the right, rolls to the right, keeps it himself, takes it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
And Bird calls his own number for the extra point attempt. That makes it 34-0.
So 34-0. Phoenix are on top. Check that. I think it's
36.
36. Yeah, scoreboard's wrong. It's 36-0.
They forgot to put the 2-point conversion on.
36. So this sets us up for a running time situation in the second half. Jacob Brown teeing the ball up. And again, back deep is Harry Shannon, along with Landon Bakke. Bakke over on the left side, Shannon on the right. Line drive kick taken by Hofling. He's out to the 35 and dragged down at about the 40-yard line.
Nice return by number 5.
J.P. Hofling on the return. So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats.
Yeah, that front four for Phoenix is making a little havoc for the quarterback today for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on him. And even if they don't, they're getting hits on him, knockdowns. Wildcats up to the line. Splitting out to their side is Landon Bakke. Snap and dropping back, looking downfield. He got hit from behind, ball's loose, and I think the Phoenix got it.
Big hit.
And they did. A big hit, and he's slow getting up.
Yeah, 33 was on the last series, too.
Brown felt that one.
Throws the ball loose. It's going to be recovered by the Phoenix.
And the Phoenix will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 33-yard line. This second quarter is absolutely belonged to the Phoenix. Brazel out there as the running back. Demetrius Bennett is now one of the wide receivers. He's coming to the near side. Sage Weiss is in the slot on the near side. Noah Miles is over on the far side. I think that's Chandler Starrin over there. Bird pitches it to Herschel Brazel. He's across the 20, delivered his own hit, and gets it down to about the 16-yard line.
The Wildcat player takes the hit. That was a nice tackle. Brazel now picks up enough for a Chippewa Valley Phoenix.
Herschel Brazel with a big gain.
10 from the Wildcat 20.
And let's see, they're going to put it on the 18-yard line. 17-yard line. 1st and 10. Moore splitting out wide to the far side. Lamar Graves Noah Miles is on the slot on the far side. Bennett is wide to the near side. Sage Weiss is in the slot on the near side. Give to Herschel Brazel straight up the middle. He's across the 5 and he's into the end zone. He wove his way through traffic and took it to the house with a 17-yard touchdown run. And let's see, it looks like the Phoenix are going to attempt to kick the extra point again. So while they get lined up, I want to remind you to join us next Saturday right here on NLWN2 as we bring you the Chippewa Valley Phoenix as they host the Whiteside County Chargers from Morrison, Illinois, right here at Carson Park. Phoenix Rising will start at 1:30. Here's a snap, the kick, and that one's blocked. It bounced right into the hands, and they're saying it's no good.
They were wondering if maybe it was offsides, and I kind of thought it.
I thought he was. I thought he was halfway there before the ball got snapped. Pat Hammond explaining to the sideline why that's no good. Once you kick it, there's only certain things that can happen. So the kick is no good, and the score, Phoenix 42, and the Wildcats nothing on NLWN2.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Jacob Brown has the ball teed up for the Phoenix. And as usual, Harry Shannon and Landon Bakke are back deep to receive for the Wildcats. There's the kick. It's coming down to Shannon. He caught it at the 15. He's out across the 30 to the 35 and wrestled down. Fell forward to about the 38 or 39-yard line.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. The 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
They're going to put it on the 38. The official on the far side has it marked. And so it'll go on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at that point. Well, now they're saying the 39-yard line. Okay.
Let's see if the Wildcats go back to that running game. Back at the beginning of the game, the running game and picked up some yardage, and then they kind of went away from it and got them in trouble.
And part of that is the Phoenix defense figured out what it was going to take to stuff the middle. Wildcats at the line. There's a snap, give up the middle, driving with his legs and getting out to the 43-yard line where he stood up. And he's not real happy about the outcome of that play. That's another one we don't have the number for, Dan. I believe that's number 12.
13. Number 12? I was thinking 13.
Oh, well, maybe it was. That's Caton Hughes. And we've reached the 2-minute warning with 1:58 to go in the first half. Phoenix 42, Wildcats nothing, and you're tuned to Phoenix football on NLWN2.
From concept to creation, the Visual Identity Vault is your complete design headquarters for all of your business and brand identity needs. We offer precision production, meticulous screen printing for vibrant, durable prints. Our plans are tailored to you, apparel and merchandise for businesses, teams, and individuals. We have streamlined solutions, hassle-free web store setup. We handle orders and payments. Ready to elevate your brand? Contact us to get your custom creation started today at the Visual Identity Vault at tvivmn.com, 507-238-9793. Let's make your mark together. The Phoenix are rising. NLWN 2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix Semi-Pro Football. Our next game will be on July 13th when the Phoenix will host the Whiteside County Chargers in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 2:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN 2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on July 13th.
All right, just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Wildcats at the ball. Oh, they reset the clock for 2 minutes. And the snap and the give straight up the middle and going nowhere that time. In fact, lost a couple yards.
Up the middle there by the Wildcats. It's going to be about a
and that was Caton Hughes.
3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats.
Got taken down at the 42-yard line. 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking out in the flat. He's got J.P. Hoefling out there, and Hoefling gets it across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. Going to be shy of the first down by a couple yards. 4th and 2.
6 yards in the play. Bring up 4th down and 2 from the 47.
Hey, don't forget, coming up later on this broadcast season, early January, maybe late December, depending on how teams do in playoffs and things like that, we will have our 500th broadcast here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. So stay tuned for special gifts that you can receive as one of our loyal listeners. And there's a snap and flags fly, and we have encroachment being called against the Phoenix, and that's going to give the Wildcats a first down. It's the first time in a while now for the Wildcats to get a first down. Moves the ball into Phoenix territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 38 seconds remaining in the half.
Pat, you're on the mic now. It's up live.
Here's a snap, rolling out to the right, looking downfield, throws a wobbler, and it falls out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, you had a guy open, so overthrew him a little bit.
And the intended receiver was Clint Hughesby, trying to show his brother Connor how to do it. The problem is, Connor has a score. All right, splitting out to the near side is Landon Bakke. Throw over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Wildcats pass. Ball incomplete.
Or check that was Hughesby splitting out to this side. That was Bakke in at quarterback. Brown has just been bashed one too many times.
Yeah, really. He's only had 2 complete passes so far in the first half. 2 passes for 5 yards. Let's see, we have 1 interception, I think. One
Just
fumble.
watch what you say, Pat.
Defensive pressure from the Phoenix all half.
3rd down 10. And the snap gives straight up the middle and nowhere to go.
Carry on the play back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 4th down.
And he's slow getting up. That's Caton Hughes.
Trainer to the field, please.
See if they run the clock. 2 seconds left.
And we do have an injured player on the field. Hey, don't forget that today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix football game is being brought to you by C&K Construction, Hy-Vee Grocery in Eau Claire, Menominee Eye and Optical, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, Transport Garage in Altoona, the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. It's coming up next week. Dan can hardly wait.
Yeah.
And, of course, that's in Chippewa Falls. Olson Solar Energy, the Phoenix Team Store, Roland Machinery, Sammy's Pizza in Eau Claire, Slayton's Technology, Tokyo Japanese Restaurant, and the United States Army, as well as the Visual Identity Vault. Make sure you thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Chippewa Valley Phoenix football.
Injury, under 10 seconds, there's a runoff, end of the half.
And with the 10-second runoff due to an injury, with less than 10 seconds to go, the 10-second runoff, and the clock goes to 0, and we have reached halftime. So with the score at halftime, Phoenix 42 and the Wildcats nothing. Coming up is Phoenix Halftime on NLWN 2.
Time now for Phoenix Halftime with this week's Phoenix Profile and other halftime entertainment. That's all coming up after this brief timeout. Time now for Phoenix Profile, where we take a look at one of this year's Chippewa Valley Phoenix players. And now, Phoenix Profile.
Today on Phoenix Profile, we're talking with Terry Moose Butler. And Moose, tell us a little bit about yourself and the levels of football that you've played and where you're from and so on.
Well, I grew up in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, played my high school football there. And that's the highest level as far as, I didn't go to collegiate. I had offers to go to North Dakota State. Kind of look back on that and wish I had gone there because they have a really good program. But I didn't play for a few years. And then I was living in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And I joined a team in the Twin Cities, played semi-pro for a year. And I thought, well, I can do that. I can make a team. So I started up the Chippewa Valley Predators. They were one of the premier teams in not just the state, but in the country for a while. I know COVID kind of knocked them out, and I played for a team in St. Paul for a couple of years, and then took some time off. And when the Phoenix came around, there was no question I wanted to see Eau Claire come back with football again and be successful.
So what is it that has you most excited about the Phoenix this year?
Well, playing at Carson Park's a pretty big deal, I think. Having Coach Fred coaching again, and Jay and the way he's got things organized for us. I think those three pieces, and the team mentality, I think, and this isn't a knock against any of the guys that I played with last year, but I don't feel like we have those distractions, and so it's so uplifting, and it's such a positive thing.
Now, when you're not playing football, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
Well, my children probably are the biggest, but Spending time in the gym is a big one. But another thing that I do might surprise a lot of people. I do marathons, running marathons. I do inline marathons, and I really enjoy doing like obstacle course races.
And people have this preconceived notion about what a marathon runner looks like. And Moose, you don't look like a traditional marathon runner, but you're out there doing it.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's, I will tell you, you don't have to run the entire time to complete a marathon.
Okay. All right, I've got some rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ooh, ice cream.
Which kind?
Oh, believe it or not, Moose Tracks.
Well, what else? All right, burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Oh my gosh. I like a good brat, a real good brat, stadium brat.
Okay, and what do you want on that brat?
Everything.
Just load her up.
Yeah, load her up. The bratwurst, chili, or not bratwurst, sauerkraut, chili, onions, everything, ketchup, mustard.
A meal in itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite NFL team?
New England Patriots, but I have a reasonable story for that.
Okay.
I grew up in the 80s watching Cheers, so I thought as a child that, and this ages me a little bit, I was a child when Cheers was on, and I thought Sam Malone was a real person, so I just became a fan of everything Boston, and the Patriots just happened to be there.
All right. Now, if you could sit down and have dinner with any NFL player, past or present, who would that be and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Joey Browner, and that's a throwback too. I've always modeled the way I play after Joey Browner, and I don't know a whole lot about him, but I just know he was kind of known for having these enormously strong hands, and he could tackle you with just his hands, and I always tried to play like that.
Okay, now, if you had a superpower, what do you think that superpower might be?
Ooh, flight.
And why would that be?
I dream about it all the time. So.
Okay, all right. Now, of course, if you have the superpower of flight, you have to have a superhero name to go with it. So what's Moose's superhero name?
The Flying Moose.
Of course. and you don't have a flying squirrel to go with you either.
Yeah, I need one of those, yeah.
Okay. We're talking with Moose Butler today on Phoenix Profile. And how about a shout out to the family and those people who are coming to watch you play?
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for coming out to the game. And just having you there is such a huge piece of why we're out here. And it's being at Carson Park and having those stands full is... There's nothing like it. In all my experiences, there's nothing like that, those stands full in Carson Park.
So when people come to Phoenix games, what number do you wear and what position you're going to be playing?
Well, I'll be wearing number 13, and hopefully you'll see me in a mixture of defensive end and defensive tackle.
Okay, we want to thank Moose Butler for joining us today on Phoenix Profile. Coming up next, more Phoenix Halftime.
You've been tuned to Phoenix Profile, with a look at one of this season's Chippewa Valley Phoenix players. This has been a presentation of NLWN2. Stay tuned. Coming up is more Phoenix Halftime.
Soar like the Phoenix. Whether it's t-shirts, sweatshirts, headgear, accessories, or much more, you can find it at the Phoenix Team Store. Just go to www.tvivmn.chipley.com and you'll find all the latest in Chippewa Valley Phoenix apparel. Show how you're ready to soar with the Phoenix at the Phoenix Team Store.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't. Don't stop. Don't stop. Stop.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
You've been tuned to Phoenix Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is more live Chippewa Valley Phoenix football.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
And we're back here at Carson Park getting ready to start the second half of today's game with the Phoenix on top. 42-0 over the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. Taking a quick look at our unofficial statistics from the first half. Phoenix had 160 yards rushing the ball and 72 yards passing. They were, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 9 with a couple of interceptions. And 160 yards rushing the ball is spread out between Walker and Bird for the most part. But also Herschel Brazell has picked up a fair number of yards as well. For the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats, they've had a total offense of 43 yards, 33 on the ground, and 10 yards in the air. Scoring plays in the first half, it was all Phoenix. The first touchdown came with 5:17 remaining in the first quarter. Bird was on a 6-yard run. Put the Phoenix up on top, 6-0. Then just into the second quarter, Bird hit Weiss on a 9-yard pass to make it 12-0. Then Herschel Brazell took in the extra point try to make it 14-0. At 11:54 of the second half, Bird hit Connor Hughesby on a 34-yard pass, making it 20-0 for the Phoenix. Then with 10:52 to go, Tevis Wilson had it. I couldn't even read my own writing here. Tevis Wilson had a 10-yard pass interception that turned into a pick six. And then Tanner Walker took in the 2-point conversion to make it 28-0. And with 4:33 remaining in the half, Bird took it in on a 1-yard run, and then he scored the 2-point conversion on a 2-yard run. That made it 36-0. Then with 2:37 remaining in the half, it was Herschel Brazell on a 17-yard run. That made the score at halftime 42-0 in favor of the Phoenix. The Wildcats are just finding their way back onto the field, and we're close to being ready to get started here. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a timeout on the field as we're going to wait for players to come out and be ready. I see one member of the Wildcats that already has pads off and hung up ready to, looks like he's done for the day. That was Derek Bailey Meyer, the guy that came all the way from over in the Rapid City area. Well, at least I got a head start going back. I do hear a whistle.
Yeah, I did that trip a week ago from Rapid City to Eau Claire. What, about 12, 13 hours one way?
15-minute quarters. Going to be run time from the start. They're going to be, we just announced up here that it's going to be running time. And we're still waiting for more of the Wildcats to show up because they're going to have to kick off to the Phoenix.
Yeah, all Phoenix defense in the first half.
It was pretty impressive. I'll tell you what, why don't we take a quick time out here for Phoenix football on NLWN 2.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, Let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
When you take 35 years of authentic Japanese recipes and mix it with the right environment, you know you've arrived at Tokyo. Tokyo Japanese Restaurant at 2426 London Road in Eau Claire has been the Chippewa Valley's premier Japanese restaurant and is known for having an authentic teppanyaki experience. Looking for a unique place to host a corporate event or party? The team at Tokyo will create an unforgettable event. Call today to book an event or make a reservation by calling 715-834-0313. That's Tokyo Japanese Restaurant in Eau Claire.
Back here at Carson Park, J.P. Hofling is getting ready to kick off for the Wildcats. And back deep to receive for the Phoenix. They haven't had to do that yet this game. And wouldn't you know, he's faced in a way that I can't see his number if I had to.
23?
I think that might be Joaquin Bird back there. There's the whistle. Hofling approaches, swings the leg, he drives it nice and deep. Picked up by Bird at the 20. He's out across the 30. He's to the 40, cuts to the outside, found a block, gets to the 45, and taken down at the 47-yard line.
And the return on the kickoff gets it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Phoenix from their own 47.
So 1st and 10 for the Phoenix.
We're looking for our last chain gang guy. We need you. Need you on this far sideline, please.
And we're missing one of the chain gang workers.
Let's see. Quarterback. Is that 19? Not Bird this time.
So in at quarterback, Charles Harris for the Phoenix.
He's coming. He's coming. Sorry for the delay.
And we're still waiting on the chains.
Here he comes.
There he comes. Took too long at the hot dog stand.
It's a good place to be.
So now we're ready. 1st and 10 for the Phoenix at their own 47-yard line. Harris waiting for the snap. Gives it straight up the middle to Herschel Brazil. He leaps a player. Is at the 45 down to the 40. Down to the 35 to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a first down. We have an injured player
Down the field. Gets it to
for the Wildcats.
33-yard line. Good enough for a Chippewa Valley field.
And I'm trying to catch the number of the injured player.
20.
Is Derek Bailey Meyer. And from the way they're dealing with it, it looks like he might have a cramp, which on a nice warm day like this is not to be unexpected. So we were supposed to have a running clock, and it has stopped twice since they made that announcement. Yeah, they're treating that as a cramp back in his calf.
Oh, nothing worse than in the nighttime getting those.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, they'll make you sit bolt upright in bed.
Broadcasting does that to the guy.
They're taking their time. I'll tell you what, let's take a time out here on the field while they're working on Derek Bailey-Meyer. You're tuned to Phoenix Football on NLWN2.
Today we recognize the soldiers before you for the successful completion of their basic training. This time we would like the family members and loved ones to move forward and put on your soldiers' Army 1-Star badge.
Proud of you.
From homemade sauce to dough that's made fresh, and the specialty meats and real mozzarella cheese, Sammy's at 2812 London Road has the recipe for the best pizza in town and has been Eau Claire's go-to pizza place since 1957. Sammy's not only offers award-winning pizza, but their menu includes burgers, sandwiches, chicken, and much more. The next time you're in the mood to head out for dinner, drop into Eau Claire's only Hall of Fame pizza parlor, Sammy's Pizza, 2812 London Road in Eau Claire, or call it 715-831-1300.
All right, Phoenix come up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line of the Wildcats. Derek Bailey-Meyer hobbled off the field under his own power. Gives straight up the middle to Herschel Brazel. He makes it across the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 6.
About a 6-yard gain, he's second down.
Second and about 4. Again, don't forget, coming up tomorrow on NLWN TV, we have the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Grudem Field in Jim Falls.
2nd and 5 for the Phoenix.
It's always fun to do the All-Star Game. You see the best of the best there. Harris drops back, fires it downfield, in and out of the hands.
Harris's pass intended.
And it was intended for Demetrius Bennett.
Yeah, a couple of Wildcats' hands kind of got in the way.
But then it got through to Bennett, and Bennett is kicking himself for not coming up with that one. He was just inside the end zone. 3rd down and 6. It's a long 6. Clock is still running. Under 11 minutes now to go in the 3rd quarter. Phoenix at the line of scrimmage. Harris waiting for the snap. He drops back 3 steps. Looking downfield. He fires it towards the end zone. Tipped up and falls incomplete. Intended for Hughesby.
Bring up 4th down.
And it's 4th down and 6. Now the Phoenix come up to the line. James Morris split out to the right. Huseby out to the left. Lipscomb in the slot on the right. There's a snap. Harris keeps it himself going around the right end. He's down to the 20, and he gets down to about the 17-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Rolls downfield, good enough for a Chippewa Valley Phoenix.
So 1st and 10 for the Phoenix at the 18-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Phoenix taking their time. So Huseby split out wide to the left. Sage Weiss in the slot on the left side. Lipscomb in the slot on the right. And James Morris split wide to the right. Herschel Brazell, the running back. Harris keeps it, fires into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Got tipped off of a couple of Wildcat hands intended for Sage Weiss.
I've got some bird bucks from Red Robin to give away.
Yeah, number 98 for the Wildcat got through the line and made Harris have to move out.
I got some for you. One of you two jumping beans over there, come on up.
So, 2nd and 10 for the Phoenix. Harris brings the Phoenix up to the line.
No, it's James's birthday today. Coach North's birthday. Let's sing him happy birthday.
And Harris drops back. Looking downfield, looking. He's rolling to his right. Tucks it under, keeps it himself. Gets down to about the 13-yard line. And that's where they're going to spot it, right at the 13. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Second down, no, not the 11-yard line. 13-yard line, looks like. 3rd and 5.
Hey, don't forget, next Saturday, NLWN 2 is going to bring you more Phoenix football as they take on the Whiteside County Chargers from Morrison, Illinois, right here at Carson Park. Phoenix Rising starts at 1:30 next Saturday. Gives straight up the middle to Herschel Brazell. He's across the 5, and he's into the end zone for a Phoenix touchdown.
Yeah, good patience.
With 7:12 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and it was a 13-yard run by Herschel Brazell. And makes the score 48-0. And we do have a running clock. The Phoenix are going to attempt the kicked extra point. Looks like Brown is going to be ready to kick it. I think that's Brown out there. He's standing sideways to us. It's hard telling. Yes, that's Brown. Snap, place, kick. It's on its way. It's not going to be there. That was off wide to the left. And so the score remains Phoenix 48 and the Wildcats nothing on NLWN 2.
Firearms, ammo, training, and safety. That's what it's all about at Marcon Shooting. We offer women's only basic handgun classes every other Sunday. Ladies' Day at the range every Tuesday. Women's only speed dating every Tuesday evening 6 to 8. Women, learn how you can have less than lethal protection. We sell ladies' shooting accessories in our shop. Start browsing or book your classes at marconshooting.com. Firearms, ammo, training, and safety. That's what it's all about at Marcon Shooting, the Chippewa Valley's premier indoor shooting range and pro shop.
Looking to have a beer, you get to the beer tent before they close down.
6:07 with a running clock. As the Phoenix are on top, this one's going into the left-hand column. That's the column under the W's for the Phoenix. This will raise the Phoenix overall record to 8 wins and 6 losses overall on the season. Right now they are currently 5-3
in the Northwest Division. This game won't affect that. And we're waiting for more players to come out from. They're all getting drinks of water over on the far side. I can't blame them. As warm as it is down there, they've stopped the clock.
Dad, it's not raining. I think it's rained here in Eau Claire almost every day for 10 days.
Probably.
Something like that.
I know that Menards got their plans out for arc building. You know, you go up to the kiosk and you type it in, and it'll give you the whole set of blueprints. But they don't explain what a cubit is.
Yeah, perfect day today.
Yeah, the weather forecast isn't quite as nice for tomorrow, but boy, oh boy, if you can get up to Jim Falls for that All-Star game, it's worth your while to go to that. But we're going to be in Jim Falls. Dan, every time we go to Jim Falls, it rains. So
I think the best story for that is we're doing an interview with the Cavaliers' old coach, Ryan Page, and I lift up the awning up above, and it dumps right on his head. Sorry, Ryan.
Funny, he didn't come back the next year. All right, now we have enough Buffalo Ridge Wildcats out there. Jacob Brown approaches the ball, kicks it away, and the ball is taken at about the 21-yard line. And turning the corner, getting out across the 45 to the 47-yard line is Landon Bakke.
8-yard line, 47.
Yeah, good return by Bakke.
Wildcats from the 47.
He's actually played pretty well in this game and been kind of a jack of all trades for the Wildcats. He's played receiver, he's played quarterback, he's run the ball. He's been in on kick returns. Play clock is running. Wildcats just now break the huddle with 11 seconds remaining on the play clock. They're at the line of scrimmage. Speaking of Bakke, he splits out wide to the near side. Snap, give, going around the far side, and he had nowhere to go. The edge was held tight that time by the Phoenix on the left side of the defensive line as Caden Hughes tried to go around the right end for the Wildcats and it just had nowhere to go. He lost 4. Second down, 14.
Take advantage of 25% off.
Wildcats come up to the line. There's a snap. Look over the middle. Pass is complete. Still on his feet and dives down to the 45-yard line of the Phoenix. Pass was caught by Daniel Armstrong. They're going to mark it at the 46-yard line. So that's a gain of 7. Well, it's more than 7, but it's third down and 3. It was a gain of 11. 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Ball floats back to Brown. He rolls to his right and flings it out of bounds
Wildcats pass out of bounds.
So, it's going to bring up 4th down. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats do take a long time in that huddle, Dan.
Yeah, you know, they definitely had something going on right away in the first quarter, and Phoenix kind of shut it down. They just can't figure out anything here. The Phoenix defense has just been tough.
Wildcats at the line. Looking out in the flat, he got hit just as he released the ball, and it's an incomplete pass. We have a penalty marker. Came flying in at about the 43-yard line of the Phoenix.
But wait a second. There's one.
So depending on the penalty, the ball will go over to the Phoenix.
Back here in the secondary.
Could be where there's defensive holding.
Hold on the offense. Decline.
It was holding on the Wildcats, and it was declined, so the ball does go over to the Phoenix at the 46-yard line. We're under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
At halftime, I found out that it is Coach Hazen's birthday next Monday, so let's wish Coach Hazen also a happy birthday.
See if they got one more playoff or not.
Last call.
They don't have to.
Go get it.
Yeah, they don't have to run a play before the end of the quarter, because the play clock has 28 seconds left, 15 on the game clock. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they will. And with 2 seconds left, they snap the ball. Harris looking, taking his time. There's no pressure on him. Fires it deep, and it's going to go incomplete. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, the Phoenix 48, Wildcats nothing. You're tuned to Phoenix football on NLWN 2.
Firearms, ammo, training, and safety. That's what it's all about at Marcon Shooting. We offer women's only basic handgun classes every other Sunday. Ladies' Day at the range every Tuesday. Women's only speed dating every Tuesday evening 6 to 8. Women, learn how you can have less than lethal protection. We sell ladies' shooting accessories in our shop. Start browsing or book your classes at marconshooting.com. Firearms, ammo, training, and safety. That's what it's all about at Marcon Shooting, the Chippewa Valley's premier indoor shooting range and pro shop.
Let NLWN TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, July 7th, as we'll bring you the 2024 Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Prudhomme Field in Jim Falls. Same-day coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 7 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. That's the CRBL All-Star Game on NLWN TV on Sunday, July 7th.
And don't forget,
yeah, it helps if I get the button all the way pushed. Thank you, Dan, for having my back on that one. Phoenix on top, 48-0 as we're going to head into the 4th quarter. Phoenix with the ball, 2nd down 10 at their own 46-yard line. And looks like there's a little bit of confusion. And I'm not quite sure what the confusion is.
Spot of the ball.
We only have 9 players. Here's what we're doing. Phoenix are going to play 9-on-9 for the last 15 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's what it is. The Wildcats are running out of players, so they're going to switch to 9-man football for the last quarter.
Which the Wildcats are a 9-man team.
Yes. This could be very interesting to see what the Phoenix do with this. Really, the difference is they took 2 offensive linemen out.
So we are switching to 9-man football here due to the low numbers for the Wildcats.
They're at the line of scrimmage. And the give up the middle, ball got dropped, and I think it's Lipscomb. I'll take that back. It wasn't 2 zeros. It was Lee Mackey.
Tackle for a loss. 3rd down and 12.
Lost a couple yards. 3rd down and, well, almost 13. No, 12, where they spotted it. Can't really go by the stick on the far side.
Phoenix players, you got a lot of kids here looking for autographs.
There's a whole slew of kids right along the railing, right behind the Phoenix bench. They're all hoping to get Phoenix players to give them autographs. Harris waiting for the snap. He drops back, looking downfield. No pressure being put on at all. Fires it deep. It's way down there, and it's knocked away. Actually, Phoenix had to play a little bit of defense that time.
Yeah, if he would have got rid of it a little bit earlier, his receiver had a little break, but pass came a little late.
It's going to bring up 4th and 12. Wildcats are just absolutely out of gas. There was no pressure being put on at all on that last play. Phoenix lost about a half a yard on the spot of the ball that time. Phoenix in punt formation. Low snap. Brown gets the kick away. J.P. Hofling drops it, picks it up, gets it out to the 35-yard line.
Number 5 on the return for the Wildcats brings it out to the 36-yard line.
And they're going to put it on the 36. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Now I can start to smell those grills from over on the baseball stadium for the Express game.
Yeah, Carson Park, if you've never been to Carson Park, there's lots of action going on up here.
Couple of really good museums. There's train rides for the kids and the not-so-kids. Historic baseball stadium that is host for, well, as far as we're concerned, they're host for the Eau Claire Cavaliers, but also the Eau Claire Express, the American Legion teams play here.
High schools.
The high schools, the university.
Yeah, even if nothing's going on here, just come through the park. Check it out.
All right, Wildcats at the line of scrimmage. Brown misses the snap and finally dives on it back at the 22-yard line. That's going to be a loss of... Well, it's going to be a bunch.
And about 23.
Loss of 13. So 2nd and 23. into the flat. It's complete, being chased down by Walker and stepped out of bounds. Walker disrupted the route enough that he stepped out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That was a pass complete to Scott Adams.
And 16.
And so it's going to be 3rd and 16. No. Yes. 3rd down 16. There's the snap. Brown has it. Fires deep. He's got a receiver, and he's caught it. And getting away and heading downfield, finally taken down at the 22-yard line, is Landon Bakke. We told you he was having a pretty good day today in spite of everything.
First and bus for the Phoenix.
Landon Bakke with the reception, and they're going to say he was stepped out of bounds at the 23 in the process of going down. He slipped a tackle at about the 40, and
yeah, the pass.
Down. That's probably the deepest they've been in Phoenix territory.
Yeah, the pass is a little underthrown, but good job to turn around and come back and get it.
9:20 remaining in the game. Wildcats at the line. Brown at quarterback. Drops back. Fires it deep. In the end zone. Caught. And it's a touchdown for the Wildcats.
Number 84, I believe, on the reception.
That pass was completed to Blake Meyer.
With the extra point attempt coming up.
Yeah, both catches not easy.
So the Wildcats going to go for 2. They come up to the line. Brown takes a snap, gives it up the middle, and there was nothing there. Extra point attempt is no good. So, with 7:55 remaining in the game, it's the Phoenix 48 and the Wildcats 6 on NLWN 2.
Soar like the Phoenix. Whether it's t-shirts, sweatshirts, headgear, accessories, or much more, you can find it at the Phoenix Team Store. Just go to www.tvivmn.chipley.com and you'll find all the latest in Chippewa Valley Phoenix apparel. Show how you're ready to soar with the Phoenix at the Phoenix Team Store.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Well, now we're just about ready to get rolling here. As Mike Kaplis had a little difference of opinion with some of the Phoenix players and kind of took a stroll down along the sideline and was getting a little testy. Wildcats ready to kick off. And there's the kick, and it heads towards the sideline, and finally goes out of bounds. So it'll come out to the, depending on which officiating crew we have, it's either coming out to the 35 or the 40. We've seen it both ways.
Yeah, it just trickled down that sideline.
It looked like it was actually going to bend its way back inbounds, and so they're putting it on the 40. Now, last week it came out to the 35. So like I say, it all depends on which officiating crew you have. So 1st and 10 for the Phoenix. Coming up on 5 minutes to go. Capel still walking around, jawing with the Phoenix.
When they came on offense on that last play, it got a little extra physical down there on the 20-yard line. And
Phoenix at the line. Harris with the ball, and he gets loose. Looking downfield, dumps the pass, and it's incomplete.
Harris's pass falls incomplete.
Pass was intended for Noah Miles. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Don't forget Phoenix football coming up next week. 1:30 with Phoenix Rising against the Whiteside County Chargers from Morrison, Illinois, right here at Carson Park. So we've had a pretty good day for military, EMS, and law enforcement.
we got more action down there on the sideline.
Yes, we do. And we've got a little bit of fisticuffs going on down there, and
we had security in there.
And Michael Capels is right in the middle of it.
Yeah, that last offensive series, it wasn't much, but I think there was just a little bit of block in the back that just kind of set the Wildcats off a little bit.
And the clock's still running.
We had good job for old player Chris Prill. He's kind of like the guy that helps settle things down. And
Pat Hammond is trying to get things back under control down there.
Get over there.
As the officials are trying to get people separated.
Yeah, this game will be over.
Going on in the field, we are going to cancel the remainder of the game.
And the game has been called. There will not be any continuation. The final score of this game is going to be Phoenix 48 and the Wildcats 6. We'll have Phoenix follow up right after this timeout on NLWN 2.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
You've been tuned to Chippewa Valley Phoenix Football Live on NLWN 2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network. This has been presented for the private entertainment of the tuned-in audience. any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction, in part or in whole, in any form, without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and the Chippewa Valley Phoenix, is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Phoenix Follow-Up, with a look back at today's game.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN 2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on July 13th when the Phoenix will host the Whiteside County Chargers in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 2:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN 2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on July 13th.
Time now for Phoenix Follow-Up, with a look back at today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix game. And now, back out to the stadium for Phoenix Follow-Up.
Well, that's one of the most unusual endings I've seen to a football game. And I'm not going to lay blame on anybody because I think both sides had plenty of behavior to be upset about. But there were some fisticuffs that started happening, and late in the game, much of it was due to frustration. Michael Caples for the Wildcats was working up and down the Phoenix sideline for a couple of plays, and his mouth is still going down there. And then somebody climbed the fence and then started going after the Wildcats. And the officials basically had a small riot on the field for a little bit there, and they decided, this isn't going to cut it, and they're going to cancel the remainder of the game, and that's exactly what they did. And that is the right decision. And, both teams, for the most part, have cleared the field, and they are making sure that the people who were kind of irritated with each other are out of arm's reach from each other. And but the game is over, and so the Phoenix win by the final score of 48-6 over the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats. Taking a look at the scoring in tonight's game, back in the first quarter with 5:17 remaining, Joaquin Bird took the ball into the end zone on a 6-yard run. Extra point attempt was no good, and so the Phoenix were up 6-0. That was followed in the second quarter, just 6 seconds into the second quarter, 14:54. Bird hit Sage Weiss on a 9-yard pass to make the score 12-0. Then Herschel Brazil carried the ball on a 2-yard run for the 2-point conversion, making it 14-0. At 11:54 to go in the second quarter, Bird hit Connor Hughesby on a 34-yard touchdown pass to make the score 20-0. With 10:52 remaining in the half, Tevis Wilson intercepted a pass from 10 yards out and took it to the house for a pick six. Tanner Walker carried the ball into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, making it 28-0. With 4:33 remaining in the first half, Bird took it in on a 1-yard run. Then he also took it in again for the 2-point conversion, and that made the score Phoenix 36-0. With 2:37 remaining, Brazil scored on a 17-yard run, making the score at halftime Phoenix 42 and the Wildcats nothing. Then in the second half, in the third quarter, with 7:12 remaining, and it was running time in the second half, but with 7:12 remaining, it was a 13-yard run by Brazil to make it 48-0. Then the Wildcats finally got on the board in the fourth quarter with 8:50 remaining. Brown hit Meyer on a 23-yard pass to make it 48-6, and that was the final score. Taking a quick look at
what we have for numbers for the Phoenix in the second half, they had another 48 yards rushing, so that's 108 yards. Check that, 208 yards rushing for the game. They didn't have any passing yards, so they had 72 yards. So 208 and 72 is 280. 280 yards of total offense for the Phoenix. Dan, I'm trying to read your numbers there.
Minus 17.
Minus 17 yards for the Wildcats in rushing in the second half. And that added on to the 33 that they had gives them 16 yards of rushing. They had 74 yards passing in the second half, which gave them 84 total, which gives them an even 100 yards of offense for the game. And those numbers kind of tell the story. The game was absolutely, completely dominated by the Phoenix, and that's the way it's going to be. So we're going to take one more timeout, and then we'll come back with our final thoughts and wrap things up from Carson Park on NLWN 2.
Let NLWN TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, July 7th, as we'll bring you the 2024 Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Prudhomme Field in Jim Falls. Same-day coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 7 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. That's the CRBL All-Star Game on NLWN TV on Sunday, July 7th.
Well, with the exception of the last couple minutes of this game was exactly what the doctor ordered for the Phoenix, an absolute domination, and help them get ready for NLWN or NLWL. Boy, I tell you, these NLW things confuse me. But for the Northern Lights Football League, it gives them the little boost that they need to be prepared for those playoffs that are coming up on the 27th. Will be the first round of the playoffs, and the Phoenix will travel back down to Winona to face the River City Rough Riders in that first round. We don't know the time yet, but rest assured we will be there for that one. But the Phoenix dominated all aspects of the game, both offensively and defensively. Running attack was very effective. The passing attack, not so much, but just enough to make life interesting. So, Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's one thing I've seen all season so far is the defense for the Phoenix has really held this team together. They figured something out a few weeks ago with their offense, adding Tanner Walker in the backfield, and they feel like I feel like they're kind of getting in rhythm now, and maybe make a push towards the playoffs.
Okay, and so that's going to do it for us. Today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix football game has been brought to you by C&K Construction, Hy-Vee Grocery in Eau Claire, Menominee Eye and Optical, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, Transport Garage in Altoona, Northern Wisconsin State Fair in Chippewa Falls, Olson Solar Energy, the Phoenix Team Store, Roland Machinery, Sammy's Pizza in Eau Claire, Slayton's Technology, Tokyo Japanese Restaurant, the United States Army Visual Identity Vault. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on NLWN2. So for Dan Petchow, who's been on the computer and keeping the stats and keeping me sane, and then also for Cameron Rickoff on the camera and giving you all the good shots of the game, this is Rick Olson. That final score once again, Phoenix 48 and the Buffalo Ridge Wildcats 6. You've been tuned to Phoenix Follow-Up on NLWN2.
Let NLWN TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, July 7th, as we'll bring you the 2024 Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game from Prudhomme Field in Jim Falls. Same-day coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 7 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. That's the CRBL All-Star Game on NLWN TV on Sunday, July 7th.
You've been tuned to Phoenix Follow-Up with a look back at today's Chippewa Valley Phoenix game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.